Welcome to the program. I'm Mark Imperial. This segment's being brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where professionals and entrepreneurs publish to grow their businesses and to leave a legacy. If you know you need to publish a book to grow your client base, or you simply want to leave a legacy and tell your business story, go to booksgrowbusiness.com. On this segment, joining me from Sacramento, California, is Robert Burdekin. He's the founder of Travel Fitness Wellness. Robert, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you for allowing me to join.
Robert, tell us a little bit about Travel Fitness Wellness and who are the types of folks that you help?
So it all started about 10 years ago with my health journey. I've always been extremely active, and with my previous career and everything like that, I wasn't able to be as active as I like to. So my health deteriorated. And part of that was a lot of traveling with my previous job. So I had to get refocused and everything like that. So I started investigating myself on how to get my life back. And it took a lot for me to do that by just going to regular doctors, everything like that. They weren't as busy as they are. They just don't have the time to get back to you. So moving forward, I was able to get a lot of people recognize that I lost a lot of weight, wanted to know how I do it, started giving advice, and that's how it all came about. So a lot of my clients are your busy work professionals, your people that continuously travel, everything like that. I have programs that are designed for if you're at home on a regular basis or if you're traveling on the road continuously. I'm able to customize all of that for anybody, anywhere, at any time.
Now, we're taping here in the midst of a pandemic. So how's that affected your business? What have you noticed is your phone ringing more or less? What are people's concerns now that the nation was shut down for so long?
A lot of it was they were more concerned because a lot of the gyms closed. So how can we stay active? Me personally, I don't have a gym. Where I work out, where I do a lot of my training is in the parks. I use a TRX system, which is a body weight suspension system. And we just hang it from a tree, playground fixtures, wherever you need to. And we can get a good, decent body work, full body workout in the same amount of time, even less than going to a gym. So pandemic, it's more of me just meeting with people, doing free consultations and stuff like that, and getting them on a program. And I've received a lot more questions and emails and phone calls and stuff like that because of the pandemic. And they were just concerned about when can we get back to a gym? And the way things are going now with the increase in COVID cases, they're even talking about closing more gyms down even.
So that really, working out outside and in the parks actually sounds like an enjoyable alternative as well. Speaking of that, are there misconceptions around people getting fit and wellness? Some misconceptions out there that you want to discuss? Mentioning gyms, people always focus on the only way we can get fit is going to a gym. What would you say about that?
I would say if you're looking to do, the bodybuilding, get the huge muscles like, Hulk Hogan or the Hulk or something like that, that's the place for you, because doing body weight exercises and suspension systems and stuff like that, just staying fit and getting into functional fitness for everyday movement, that's all anybody really needs to live a long, healthy life. So the biggest misconception is you don't always have to go to a gym. If you're running on a treadmill and stuff like that, that gets pretty boring. get out and enjoy the scenery a little bit. Um, I do a lot of mountain running, so that really is my stress relief because I get to see some views that most people never really get to see.
Robert, you mentioned that you were focusing on yourself in the beginning. Tell us a little bit more about that and what inspired you. You were in the corporate world, and when did you first notice that you needed a change? And just give us a sneak peek into what inspired you to get started and help other folks.
So what really got me was it would have to do a lot with my cholesterol and my overall body, the way I looked. Over, a s- I mean, I was on Lipitor, everything like that. Um, Within the medical profession, if you refuse to take your Lipitor, you're considered a black book. All right, you're a rebel and you're going against the medical profession. I didn't want to take it because I didn't like the way it made my body feel. I only filled one prescription and I took it for about 3 weeks and I just didn't like the way I felt. So I did some other research in having how to reduce my cholesterol. And it just came down to, and then my triglycerides were like 3 or 4 times the levels they should have been. So when I would talk to my doctor, all he would say was eat more fiber. Well, okay, so what else?
Mhm.
And that's all they really have time for. So uh, not only do I do exercise program, I help people identify their needs. Not one diet fits all for anybody. So that's one thing that I learned. I had to eliminate some foods out of my diet and I started doing paleo. Then I kind of did a paleo keto. Now I'm just, it's more of a lifestyle really for me. And I really enjoy able to help other people succeed in what they're looking for.
Robert, before I ask you my last question, give us a
Yeah.
picture of like what it's like to work with you and how are the different ways that you work with folks either locally or online?
So working with me is I'll sit down and find out what your needs are first. What do you looking to accomplish in your life going forward? Because so many of us have gone on that roller coaster of diets and fads and everything like that. Those are great, but by the time it's over with, you've already gained an additional 20 to 15 pounds on top of what you've already lost. So let's sit down, figure out what you really want and how can we get to those goals. You know, that's the biggest thing. I do multiple types of online meetings, whether it's through Facebook. I got um, workout groups on Facebook that I do live training with. You can work out with me every single morning if you want to. Um, but that's, and then we do weekly check-ins just to make sure you're staying on task. And if you're not staying on task, I'm not going to sit there and beat you up over it. We're just going to figure out how can we get you back on task and what's an easy way of staying on task. What can we do together to keep you on task to overall achieve what you need to, what you want to achieve. It's not about what other people want you to achieve. It's more about what you want to achieve, because if it's not for you, it's not going to get done.
That's terrific. Robert, for our listeners out there who'd like to connect with you and really connect with your message, how do they find you and get a hold of you?
So I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and online. All you have to do is search for travel, fitness, wellness, and I'll pop up wherever it is.
Terrific. Robert, I really appreciate you taking the time and sharing with my audience today. I wish you continued success for you and for all of your clients.
All right. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Mark.
I'm Mark Imperial. This segment's been brought to you by booksgrowbusiness.com. It's the place where professionals and entrepreneurs publish to grow their businesses and to leave a legacy. That's all for now. Join me next time on my next Expert Spotlight. For now, take care. I'm Mark Imperial.